probably the funniest thing is someone leaves a message in our group chat and then other cows take like 10 hours to respond. We're talking Twitter. You literally get a notification on your phone and they take 10 hours to respond. This is going to be a disaster.
Running the show seems like such a nightmare. Like, imagine dealing with Boogie and Wings every week. That's your job. You have to like wrangle them. Wings doesn't even seem that bad, but like wrangling Boogie is just like, it's such a cancerous experience. And for what? LolcowLive Keem drama. Is there one good summary, or is there only like, yeah, an hour-long video? Me reacting to a reaction. How Keemstar ruined LolcowLive 6 days ago.
Hey guys, welcome to the A-Space, and today we're going to be talking about a show called LolcowLive. When I first saw LolcowLive, I thought it was a pretty cool concept that not many people have tried before, which I still think it's a pretty good idea with all things considered. I mean, the craziest thing that happened on there, which is absolutely insane, is Boogie genuinely just faking to have cancer. But as surprising as that is, there's something that was not really that surprising that would happen next. You see, when you get a cast of people like this, there's definitely bound to be infighting, which is exactly what we're going to talk about today. You see, this would all start when Tommy C goes to ping Keemstar on Twitter and say, "Hey, at Keemstar, get lol." He proceeds to show an NDA with this tweet to show that he's also very publicly against an NDA, especially for this show.
Wait, why did Keemstar try to get him to sign an NDA for LolcowLive? What? He tried to get him to sign a non-disclosure agreement for a podcast about lolcows? Why? Why is that even necessary at all? I'm trying to find this original tweet about this stuff. When was that tweet from? The 25th? Here we go. Hey, at Keemstar, get non-disclosure agreement. Why do you have to try to get him to sign an NDA though? Keem LLC. His LLC is called Keem LLC. A limited liability company organized and existing under the laws of the state of New York with a registered office located at whatever this is. Whereas company has researched, developed, and is in possession of confidential proprietary information relating to operating wherein confidential information means any company proprietary information not under the public that's disclosed by the company to receiving party related to company and or gives the company certain competitive advantages, including technical data, trade secrets, or know-how, including not limited to research strategies, product plans, marketing plans, business plans, customer information, talent information. What is the exclusive information that couldn't be leaked from LolcowLive? Why does he need to sign an NDA for LolcowLive? It's a Lolcow podcast.
And say, "Hey, at Keemstar, get lol." He proceeds to show an NDA with this tweet to show that he's also very publicly against an NDA, especially for this show. Now, it is to my understanding that Keemstar really wants an NDA to not leak financial information, considering that Boogie went to CoffeeZilla to say that he makes no money from the show. But Keemstar would then follow up by saying, "Can you believe the guy who destroys all the
But Boogie didn't leak financial information. He lied, right? Because he was making money from the show. So Boogie lied. That's the problem there.
Content on LolCow by interrupting people who's basically getting checks for doing the absolute minimal work, won't sign an NDA to stop sharing financial
Did Tommy ever share financial information about the show?
information about the show. Weird, huh? And then we got Nicholas Diorio saying, "I think there's a misunderstanding. I think you were the one who shared the financial information on one of your recent streams. If you said the show made 10 grand, it's not unreasonable to divide that 5 ways for an estimate."
Ah, Nick called him out.
So yes, there was definitely a stream where Keemstar did rant about like the financial information, so I'll just show that clip right here.
So Keemstar broke the own NDA that he's now proposing. Is that what he's saying here?
Since when is a flight for two fat for wherever the you live to here $10,000? $10,000. Did you rent the whole front of the plane? What are you talking about? What are you talking? 10,000, more like 20,000. You know what I mean? There's no money for an entire month because you guys took a travel trip up. Are you insane? Are you insane?
So he's mad because Boogie lied about what happened, saying that he made no money from the show. And in reality, he did make money from the show, and he just had to spend some of it on travel, which at most would have been, let me think, Fayetteville, Arkansas to Buffalo, New York. Yeah, I mean, let's see, short order. So if I were to book it on the 19th from Fayetteville to Buffalo, it would have been connecting flight. You can get one for 164th Frontier. With American, you get it for $338, and that's both ways. And it's, you know, it's round trip, so you get that, and then the Airbnb might be a few $100s, so it might be 5, 6, maybe 700 max out of a $2 grand per month payment. So Boogie did lie.
How insane that is. Just the lies just never stop with this. Just never stop.
Gotta turn the volume up.
Coffee's like, well, Boogie told me he's going to lose his house. I'm like, no, Coffee. This show pays for his mortgage.
So because of all this, it's already starting to escalate, like, out of everyone's control. I mean, at this point, Tommy C has made it very clear that he's not going to want to sign an NDA, nor even a limited NDA, especially if it's for something that Wings and Boogie have done.
I feel like he shouldn't have to sign an NDA. Like, if the concern is, like, Boogie lied, well, everyone knows Boogie's a liar anyway. Like, he was instantly proven to be a liar, so I feel like it's not that big of a deal.
Hell, Tommy C was even really unaware of that one clip of Keemstar ranting.
We did that. He already refused. This is just, this is my tattoo, and I'm not getting one. So that's it. I didn't reveal any financial information. Apparently, Nick Dior.
Work on the audio balancing for your video, please. A-Space, you have a decent mic, but please work on the audio balancing. Because the Twitter videos are way quieter than your voice.
Keemstar believes that we make 10 grand a month. That wasn't me either. So he's taken what Boogie and Wings did and tried to put it on me too. No NDA. Now
He had to have known Tommy wouldn't sign an NDA, right? Is Tommy really the kind of person to sign an NDA? It's not enforceable though. Tommy lives in Germany. I mean, maybe it's not, but regardless, like, he doesn't want to sign that contract on the off chance that it could be. You know, maybe Tommy doesn't even know that.
under no circumstances, even a limited one. How about that?
I mean, and of course, him being like a co-host definitely started like an argument with him and Keemstar on Twitter for not wanting to sign the NDA. So we have Tommy C saying, if I said it in my stream, he didn't hear me. He specifically said, you said I told you in DMs. Really does not matter. I'm not mad at you because I'm never signing an open-ended NDA in any universe. And I would be more than happy to post the full NDA in public as end this myth about shares. Because when everyone sees the NDA, it will become clear that this has nothing to do with private financial information and more to do with making me support things, he says, publicly under pain of legal action. That shit, I think, is a legal term.
So he thinks Keemstar is trying to control the narrative, control the information.
Then Keemstar responds to that with, mark my words, it's just going to be your L to live with. We've already been through this before on Baited. All that big talk kept you irrelevant for an entire decade. So keep talking like a big hard guy like you think you are.
He's calling Tommy C Lil Bro. He's saying no way, Lil Bro.
And catch another L. And then Tommy C says that, you're right, I'll take L. I've done it before, but nobody will say I ever supported fake drama. SFTP fans will support
Base Tommy.
And they will not support me being a lackey.
In fairness, people have been saying that LolcowLive is scripted. It's not scripted, but also there was that where, like, the LolcowLive Twitter account tweeted out that they would be suing DSP because he said that it was scripted, and I remember responding on Twitter being like, you're not going to sue DSP. You can say your opinion that the show is scripted. That's not defamation, and even if it was defamation legally, Keemstar and LolcowLive, whoever is involved there, you know, was never going to sue DSP. Like, that is manufactured drama, undoubtedly.
NDA means forced and fake drama under pain of legal action. And then, of course, Keemstar's response to that is, the NDA is for leaking financial information. You know that you're literally lying right now. You're spinning a false narrative that the NDA is for scripted content. What is this claim based off of? Nothing. You made it up. Now, because of this, there was also some pushback on Keemstar, even from someone like Xylee saying, dude, you literally said, like, the amount of money you make on LolcowLive. And then Keem would go to provide his official response to Xylee's reply to this tweet.
Xylee,
Xylee.
what is the context in me saying how much people got paid on the show? What is the context? Just a simple question, Xylee. The reason why I said how much people got paid on the show is because Boogie told CoffeeZilla that he wasn't getting paid anything. That means somebody on LolcowLive leaked financial information. And then I have to deal with a reply from you, excluding the entire context of...
But, like, with or without the context, the show is LolcowLive. Isn't the point the drama? Like, if Boogie lies about the show, that's only beneficial for the show, right? Like, if Boogie lies about the show, which it's obvious that he lied, it's beneficial for the show. Like, I remember when this was going on, Keemstar was like, guys, I'm in a tough position here. I'm like a victim of, like, you know, Boogie's lying. Like, I'm in a tough position. You guys got to understand, like, I feel like I have to fire Boogie. It's like, you were never going to fire Boogie. He's the whole reason the show's getting viewership. You know, he was back within, like, what, 1 or 2 episodes? He was back. He wasn't even really fired. Like, he was never going to fire Boogie. I'm sorry. There was not a thought in his mind about ever firing Boogie. I don't believe that.
The situation saying, Keem, you're the one that did it. No, Keem, you're the one that you did it. No, Keem's the one that corrected the false information about the
Okay, that's fair, but, like, regardless, like, why is this even a big deal? Why do you need I don't understand why you need an NDA. I don't have a NDA for any of my contractors.
financial...
And they're not lolcows. I wouldn't benefit from them leaking anything. You do directly benefit. You're still trying to get Tommy to sign an NDA. I feel like he's just trying to, like, kick Tommy out of the show or something. I feel like he's trying to Tommy over like he did with Baited.
of this show.
Now, I know it is true that Boogie went to CoffeeZilla and pretty much said that he made nothing. I mean, he even said, like, I'm not even going to be able to pay my mortgage this month. But even if that's true, with you like ranting about it and talking about it, aren't you like still talking about the financial information? I mean, I think it's a good idea to try to like correct the record of like, the inaccuracies of what Boogie said to CoffeeZilla, but you ranting to your audience is leaking it to more people of how much the show makes. So, I mean, if that's the case, I would think that you're at least a little accountable by the NDA by your own standards as well.
Then Nick tells me, Tommy C told me how much you got paid and that, he was going to be deducted $500. Now Nick is saying, oh, well, maybe Tommy didn't tell me. Maybe I learned it from your show. All right? It's just nonstop misinformation. It's a spin of the truth and what's really happening at every corner, even with you, Xylee. We can't just say,
why does he make Twitter videos like this? He's like a cartoon. Why does he do that?
well, Keemstar.
Why is he always in his kitchen too? He's always like walking around his house or like in his kitchen or like quote unquote in the middle of something. Why does he always do this?
Corrected Boogie on saying that he didn't get any.
My favorite thing Keemstar did, I'm going to express some Keemstar love here, okay? Is the Keemstar dancing videos. He's great. Look at this one. The end of this one. Yeah, that part. That's good. I like that a lot. He's cool. Keemstar forgiven.
Any money from the show. We can't say that. No, we got to spin it as Keemstar's the one that leaked it. That's how we got to spin it.
The thing is, I think they could be wrong that you leaked it or whatever. Like, I think Boogie did leak it in the first place based on everything I've seen. But I don't see the need for an NDA. I'm the one running a business. You don't know anything about business. I want to have an NDA. I think he just wanted to kick Tommy out and he knew he wouldn't sign it, honestly. That's my read.
Good one.
I mean, technically, you might have been the one that leaked it at the end of the day. If Boogie's saying he made nothing, and then you actually said, no, this is actually how much is being made, then, I mean, you kind of did leak how much the show genuinely
But yeah, only in response.
makes. The difference would just be is that Boogie lied and you told the truth. Now, at this point, they kind of just leave Tommy C in the dark, and now they're not really doing too well when it comes to live streams or even setting up a live stream. Keemstar would then go hop onto the LolcowLive account and basically talk about the whole situation. I can't stop laughing and crying. They literally can't set a time to stream. When I was running the streams, I just gave them orders. I'm going live tonight, and you must be there. It's going to be 6 days till the stream. They talking about going live tomorrow, but still have no idea what to talk about, so maybe that doesn't even happen. They still want to do that thing where they get other lolcows on the show because they think that's the identity of the show. It's not. The show is way bigger than just that angle. I mean, off the top...
Zane says, why are you not looking up the facts? What am I missing here? Inform me. If I'm missing something, I'd be glad to pull it up.
In my head, I could think of like 10,000 different things to talk about, but they can't think of one. They are keeping the editor on even though they're only doing live streams from now on, so they're basically going to pay the editor $2,000 a month to make a thumbnail. Also, apparently, Wings wants to do one stream a week. How the hell is the show even going to survive once a week? They're so lost. Probably the funniest thing is someone leaves a message in our group chat and then other cows take like 10 hours to respond. We're talking Twitter. You literally get a notification on your phone and they take 10 hours to respond. This is going to be a disaster. All three of
running the show seems like such a nightmare. I have no desire to run this show. I think I'm going to continue making content out of it and laughing at it, but I have no desire to ever run a show like this. It's such little gain for so much effort to deal with these people, right? Like, imagine dealing with Boogie and Wings every week. That's your job. You have to like wrangle them. Wings doesn't even seem that bad, but like wrangling Boogie is just like, it's such a cancerous experience. And for what? For a total of 10K a month coming in, and then that gets split between people. It's like, you get 2K at the end of it. Is that really worth it? Like, at that point, I'd rather work at Starbucks, you know? Honestly.
them are helpless.
I think that's what Keem wants. He wants to feel like it can't run behind his back. So we had a schedule. We had everything taken care of, and I think he put the fear of God into both of them, and there's some kind of stunt going on. So apparently the stream is back on. I've had nothing to do with
they're probably scared because they need the money, you know?
it. I don't think the plan was to have anything to do with it. So good luck. Enjoy yourselves tonight, because I have no idea what's happening, and I think everybody's being taken for a ride. So yeah, I think what happened was we got the schedule, we got everything straight. Keem put the fear of God into both of them. They started panicking, doing every little thing, and there is some kind of stream and there is some kind of plan tonight, probably between Boogie and Keem. My permissions are gone. Probably won't.
I feel like this is some kind of like retread of what happened with Baited like 8 years ago, where the same is going on again. Like, I feel like I'm in like a time loop.
Be around much longer. I gave it my best. Good luck, guys.
That clip that you just saw was under this tweet where he basically talks about having his perms removed from the channel. Tommy C would provide more insight into the situation by saying, "I cannot stream now. Last one for the night. I'm getting a lot of these. It looks to me that they made sure I could not go live and went live in hopes to get you all to hate me or something, lol. On Thursday, Wings, Boogie, and myself agreed on the stream time, and I made plans based on that agreement. There has been a weird panic in DM.
The fact is that Keem's a control freak and Boogie's a bootlicker. Yeah, that was my impression of watching some of this stuff go down. I don't know all the details. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but from everything I can tell, like, it just seems like a classic, Keemstar story. I don't hate Keemstar, but this is just the situation you'll deal with when you're working with him sometimes, and he thinks he can get one over on you.
Since, and I some kind of work. Sorry, I will be responding, just not now. As time goes on, it becomes more and more obvious that Keemstar is trying to cut Tommy C off of LolcowLive. There's even this other clip that Tommy C posts to give more insight on the behind the scenes of this whole situation.
There's one simple thing, and they want to wing it, and nobody's there to do the goddamn stream. So there is no stream tonight. And I will delete any stream they put up until they have a meeting, because they'll sit there and they'll talk and text, and they'll go on, but they won't actually say, let's go in Discord and have a meeting and iron this thing out and set a schedule. And it actually isn't Keem's fault. Keem just said, all he said was twice a week. That's it. And they have panicked ever since, because we were going to go back Tuesday, which we're probably going to end up going back Tuesday anyway, because nobody can get together. So this thing was scheduled. Everybody worked their weekends on. Keem said one thing, and they've all freaked out since. So I'm going to get them in a meeting, and hopefully we'll get a schedule for you as soon as possible. Have a good one. Bye.
You would think this being like the main income for Wings of Redemption and Boogie 2988, they would want to like stream even more than just twice a week. I guess that they just can't think of like any topics to talk about, but trust me, there's always something to talk about, especially every week. But people live stream all the time. They live stream sometimes for...
I feel like, maybe they should, but if you know anything about Wings and Boogie, they're not exactly the most motivated people. They're both pretty lazy, right? Like, they're both pretty lazy, uninventive people. I hate Boogie a lot more than I hate Wings, because Boogie at this point is just a complete pathological liar, and anything that Wings does that may be bad to this day, realistically, like, it's completely overshadowed by Boogie, But yeah, I would not want to work with either of these people in any capacity. I worked with Boogie once and it sucked.
Hours each day. Some people live stream every day. So
I talked about it on, I think, the Boogie First Cancer stream, if you want to find out what I talked about there.
We did just get a new update today about the whole LolcowLive thing, and yes, Tommy C has been officially removed from the podcast. Which, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of a shame, because I don't think that it needed to escalate this much just because of like an NDA that they were arguing over. But obviously, we're gonna have to wait to see like if he really is gonna be gone, because sometimes LolcowLive likes to fire people but just still have people on. But with that, I think that will conclude today's video. Thanks for coming to the A-Space.
Good video, A-Space. Check out A-Space's channel. I'll subscribe. See if he's got any other videos. He's got a bunch. All right. Shout out to A-Space. We will be watching A-Space. We will be watching. If you dislike, follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to Tom Dark Live for stream clips. Whoa, where can you watch stream clips when they're no longer public if you're not a member? Well, I guess you can go to Tom Dark Live and watch that. Wow, it's amazing. Already at over 30,000 subs within a few months of posting. Wow, it's amazing. It's almost like if you subscribe to that channel, you get more free content and make me more money, which you should be doing at all times. Yeah, follow Twitter, Instagram, subscribe, watch the vids. New main channel vid soon. Okay, we're working on it. Dr. Disrespect is the subject. Anyway, bye-bye.